it's me, Janette. How are you? Hope you've been well. In today's video, I'm doing a pocket letter layout, and this is going to be a two-part video. Sorry about that. These tend to take me a long time. I usually film in the evening after I come home from work, and then before I know it, it's time to go to bed. So these are always two-parter videos. So sorry about that. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the second part of this video. So I cannot believe that it's March, mid-March already, which is really crazy to me. Time is flying. Like it's gonna be Christmas before we know it. So anyway, today I wanted to do a blue kind of pocket letter layout. And this kind of was inspired from my previous video, which I believe was a collaging process video. And in that I used a lot of like blue hued things and that I had in my stash, and so I thought, oh, I'll just use what I had left over, what I didn't use from that video. So I absolutely love collaging. I love that journaling video that I posted, so take a look at that if you have a moment. I don't know, it's just a really fun collage process video in a journal, and it's something that anybody can do. So anyway, back to the video. So sorry for that rabbit trail. So I am trimming down all of like my blue and kind of a greenish pieces of scrap paper that I have in my stash. These are scraps, but also 6x6 sheets that have been sent to me from a pen pal. Super thankful for my pen pals. And then I'm just trimming everything down to the magic pocket letter layout size. The cards are 9 cards, and each measures 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. This is also the same size as an ATC card, which again is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And so a classic pocket mail layout consists of 9 ATC size cards in a 9 pocket trading card insert. There are different variations. People can use different types of inserts for their layouts, or they can do just a third of an insert and do like a mini pocket letter. So there's lots of variations, but the traditional classic way that I created and started was a 9 pocket trading card insert, which I will have those trading card inserts linked below. You can get them on Amazon for fairly cheap. Now the center card there that says Dearest Pen Pal, that is from one of my printables in my printables shop, which I will have linked for you below. And as always, Janette's Pal gets you 10% off. And so now I'm just kind of trimming down some of these scraps that I have. I'm making like a little layer that kind of serves as a mat. And I believe my mats for my cards are 2 in. So it's like 1/4 of an inch smaller. So it's 2.25 inches by 3.25 inches, and that will give you a nice border. And if you want a wider border, then you would just cut. I just recommend testing it out and cutting, just reducing the dimensions by 1/4 inches. So you could try 2 inches by 3 inches, and that'll give you a rectangle that'll have a wider border around it, to put on top of your base card. I hope that makes sense. I'm not the best at math or like measurements or just anything having to do with numbers, so I really struggle with that. Isn't that funny? So here we are going to do some stamping, and the stamp set that I'm using is it's called For the Girls, and it's part of a creative stamping magazine special. So inside of that magazine there were 2 stamp sets. So one was like a more feminine theme, which is called For the Girls, and then there was another set that was For the Boys, which had more masculine themes for like masculine projects and whatnot. So I'm using this For the Girls stamp set, and I will have it linked for you. It's really cute. It's lots of florals and arrows, and so I wanted to use that for my layout. So I'm taking one of the arrows, and I don't remember the color of distress ink that I used here. I will have to go back and see what it was, and I will have that listed for you below in the video description. But I'm just doing like a repeated pattern stamping across this light blue piece of cardstock, and I love doing this. This is very therapeutic. If you've never done like a pattern stamp, like pattern stamping, you should give it a try. It's just so relaxing, and you just can take your scraps and just stamp a pattern on it like over and over again. Or you can do this for one of your pocket mail layouts or in a background for a journal layout. It's just like so fun to just do repeated stamping. And I don't know, I really like also the effect of stamping off of the page. It makes it feel like it's part of, like it's an actual pattern paper that you purchased. So it's just a really cool technique to try. So I'm going to do a little bit more pattern stamping here, and I have another card, and I am stamping this floral, which is also part of the For the Girls stamp set, in the color, I want to say it's Picket Fence, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm bad at remembering the Tim Holtz Distress ink colors, but it's kind of like a gray kind of shade, and it looks really nice on the light blue. Really happy with how that's turning out, and I actually wish that this was a piece of pattern cardstock that, you know, I could purchase, but I guess I could just do this like actually grab a 12 by 12 piece of, you know, a cardstock and then just stamp it over and over again while I'm, you know, having like a Netflix marathon or something. And that's something that I have done, maybe not so much. I have done pattern stamping on like 12 by 12 cardstock so that I could, you know, use it for a project. But what I do a lot is I take all of my scraps and I stamp the heck out of all of the scraps that I have, and then I'll fussy cut them or I'll die cut them. And it's just something that I like to do while I'm watching Netflix. Super easy. I don't have to, it's kind of like a mindless activity, something that you can do while you're watching a movie. So I don't know if you would like to see that process, like to actually do a video on that. I don't know if that would be helpful for you. Maybe it would. I don't know. Let me know what kind of videos you would like to see in the comments. Yeah, because I don't know, to me that kind of seems like that would be a really boring video, but maybe that would be helpful, like how to build your stash of like stamping, like stamped die cuts or stamped images that you can use in your layouts, kind of making your own DIY ephemera or die cuts. I don't know. Am I talking crazy? Who knows? I probably am. Let me know if that's something that would interest you, or if you have other ideas for videos or things that you would like to see. Let me know. I'm all ears. Next up, I have this 6x6 trellis die cut, and this is from Christina Griffith's Cardmaking Magic collection, and she has some really great trellis dies. So they look like this really intricate squares, and they're great for like backgrounds. But what I like to do is to use them as a background for my card. So what I'm doing is I'm just gluing this to my white piece of cardstock. Sorry, not white. What is going on? It's too early, I think, guys. Sorry. So I'm gluing it onto my blue base card, and then I get this really fun, intricate background. Isn't it gorgeous? I will have it linked for you below, as well as like some of my other favorite card making magic trellis dies. Yeah, like the whole range, because there's some really intricate and stunning dies that you can incorporate into your projects. So next I'm pulling more things from my stash that are light blue or light green. Also looking for craft colored die cuts or stamped images that I've stamped and fussy cut from my stash. So just sticking strictly to those colors and to those hues, just so that I can stay on theme with my light blue, light green theme that I have going on. So I'm pretty happy with the elements that I've picked out from my stash. So now what I'm going to do is kind of rearrange them on all the cards, kind of layer them, do a little bit of fun layering. And I wanted to answer a question from a subscriber. Hi, Carol. This is from Carol Benavides. I hope I said that right. And she was wondering if there is a rhyme or a reason behind how I layer. I think this comment was left on my last collage video, but the things that I do there are kind of the same things that I do here, and like anytime I'm doing any type of layering. So the thing is, I I start with larger elements and work my way down. So the larger elements will always be at the bottom, so that will be the first layer, and then I will work towards the smaller elements, and then at the very top, like, at the last layer at the very top will always be something on the smaller side. Also, I try to cluster in odd numbers, so I'll use 3 elements or 5 elements in a cluster, and that's something that has worked out for me. Of course, I don't live by these rules, but they can help if you are more like a beginner and you're trying to get into layering and how to make like little clusters and also collaging and whatnot. I feel like there's so much more that I could say on this topic, but then that would just be a really long video. Next, I'm going to be gluing everything down, and I believe I'm mostly using a glue stick and also my Cosmic Shimmer Dries Clear liquid adhesive, which I absolutely love. But I wanted to take a moment to encourage you guys. I get a lot of comments about how, like, oh, I make it look so easy when I do collaging or layering, or if I tried that, it wouldn't look like that, like yours, Janette, it would just look like a mess. But I just want to encourage you because, well, first of all, I really appreciate you guys are so nice to me. I really enjoy reading your comments, and thank you so much for your kind words. It means the world to me. But I want to encourage you because crafting and things like layering or even stamping, it's something that you can improve upon, improve your skill level with practice. And I truly believe that because I look back on what I used to make when I first started out, and it's a lot different than what I make now. And also I've seen other people who have been inspired to start crafting from just from stumbling across the crafting community. And I've seen their journey, because I've been following them from the start because they were like friends previously, and I've seen what they used to make at the beginning, and the things that they make now are so much more complex and beautiful, and it's really something that you can improve upon. So I encourage you to practice, do not give up. If it helps, you can copy exactly what I do. I think that is really helpful sometimes, is when you are a newbie, you just need to find a style, somebody that that you want to emulate their style, and then you copy it. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere, so you just copy it, give them credit if you share your work on social media, and then from that you will get your own style. But the thing is, you have to practice, you have to create, you have to do lots of crafting, and that's the fun part. And I really hope that this encouragement is helpful for you. I hope that it prompts you to create and to keep practicing. I don't know, I feel like having an encouraging word is so beneficial, so helpful. I came across this, one of my online friends, Trina Gray, she posted this video from Will Smith talking about how you should surround yourself by people who fan your flame and encourage you. And he says that basically that he owes his success to like always being surrounded by people who believed in him. And I don't know, it was just so touching and so moving. And recently I got an encouraging word from one of my coworkers, and I almost literally like started bawling and crying my eyes out. Like I had to really stop myself and like not be a crying mess. But it was just so kind and so needed to hear an encouraging word. So I hope that I can be that voice for you, that encouraging voice for you. I don't know, I really love encouraging my friends and also being encouraged, because sometimes you can doubt yourself and not know what you're doing. But anyway, I feel like I'm not talking about crafting anymore. I'm just talking about life in general. I'm so sorry guys for all these thoughts that I have that I share with you, but I really hope at the end of the day that I encourage you to keep trying, keep crafting, just keep going. So I'm coming up to the end of this part 1 video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can see part 2, and I will have that for you hopefully soon. I am going on holiday. Well, actually it's not really, well, it is a holiday because we're going to a wedding, a family wedding in the States, so we're super excited to see family this upcoming, like the next few days. So I'm not sure when that video will be up, part 2 video, but I promise it will come your way, so stay tuned. And if you would like to see more of my crafty projects, then you can follow me on my Instagram account, which is Janette Lane Blog. And if you're on Instagram, like, let me know. I totally want to follow your crafty account, so you can leave those in the comments and I will make sure to follow you during I have like a really long layover in Dublin, so I will check those comments and follow all your accounts then. Thank you so much for watching this video and for hearing all my crazy rants, and I will see you in a video real soon. Bye.